Hello there, welcome back. And today we actually have a few games. It's been a little bit late. I know it's 2 games, 2 days past really all the games I've played. But all I'm saying is today we have some more games. We'll cut right to them. But first of all, we have to go through what happened previously. We'll go through all the matchups, and then we'll go through who is gonna win two games today. It's gonna be one of those craziest things. And tonight, I think we'll probably have the preview or and then we'll probably drop some like preview of the national championship, and as well we'll probably have some I don't know some something. We'll probably go over today's matchups, but quite a lot went on, and let's just cut right through it. Southern Illinois versus Western Illinois. What a classic game this was. Western Illinois had a pretty big lead going to half. They expanded it to 15, but they threw it away just for Southern Illinois making their first semis in a very long time. Very long time. And when it comes to this now, again, Southern Illinois, again, we have star talent. Judge Tompkins, Christopher Brown, both of them lit up. Although I think they could have probably done better one-hand catches. I think Jeff Provolone, he definitely did a lot better. But just overall didn't. R.J. Robertson, he did not have a good game. 11 for 21, 3 for 10. He definitely had an off game, and that's really what cost them the win. And overall, just it was crazy. Southern Illinois was better, really fuel with the throw-in, 74% chance, then 74.1, and then 71.9 from Western Illinois. So we're gonna cut to the next game. I think it is Buffalo versus Nebraska. But Nebraska, they were up all game. Buffalo kept it close. Final score 79-72, but the game was over. There was no way they were gonna win. They were pretty much outmatched talent wise, and they just lost. And for the third time in the last 5 seasons, in the last 4 seasons even actually, Nebraska has made it to the semis. Will they get a shot at winning the national title? That's something that'll be figured out soon. Tonight, the games get at 3:30. Right now it's pretty much 3:30 Eastern, so just over 2 hours away. But again, Nebraska, Jared, dominating game, 13 for 17, one-hand catch for 8 for 11, 34 total points. He dominated this game. Kyle Rayford, decent game from him, 10 for 16, 7 for 11, 27 total points. But again, just was outmatched talent-wise. I think they would have gotten blown out last time. And I think we have Ball State versus Northwestern. Actually, I expected this game to be a lot worse than it actually was. It was a lot closer. I thought, because of talent discrepancy, I thought it was all over. But Ball State, they only won by 5. Northwestern was leading at times even. They had their max lead of around 5, but Ball State just pretty much quickly just took it back. So, again, yeah, Irvin Johnson, he's gonna be key for them next season. He's gonna be probably playing next season. Gonna be having some big improvements for senior season. But Ball State, their roster stacked, always have been. Pepe Bonnet, 33 points, 11 for 15, 7 for 10. Then Rico Williams, 10 for 13, 4 for 6. Nate Prather, off game. Definitely 2 for 7, 1 for 5. Julian Poog, dominating performance, 4 for 7, 2 for 4. It was overall like it was 2 players in Northwestern versus 5 from Ball State. I don't think they stood a chance, but they managed to keep it close. And then pretty much we always in the quarters we usually have that one blowout. Charlotte versus Michigan was that game, and Charlotte just blew Michigan out of the water. It wasn't even close. Charlotte, it was kind of close at half, but it seemed really apparent that Michigan was gonna lose this big time. They were pretty much staying in there, but with luck. And then the second half, they just dropped a lot. And then next thing you know, 82-59 final score. Charlotte moves on to the semis for I think the sixth time in the last like 7 years. It's been something ridiculous. They didn't go last year. They lost to Nebraska, but they're back and they play Ball State today. It's a night game. It's gonna be a crazy one. But again, yeah, Mason and Salvi and Richer, both of them played okay. Definitely not good enough to really win. And then you have Blaise dominating, dominating, both with combined 51 points. Scott Douglas 14. They overall it was a dominating performance. 87.2% shoot throwing from Charlotte to 61.5 at Michigan. That's really bad. When that happens, wow. Oh, well, but now we're going to the games today. We have Ball State versus Charlotte. This is a common playoff matchup, and this time it's not actually in the finals again. Usually, it's the 1 seed Ball State versus the 2 seed Charlotte, but it's the 3 seed Ball State and the 10 seed Charlotte. It's been a while. It's kind of crazy, and let's just break down what it needs. So Nebraska is in -3 point spread against Southern Illinois, and then Ball State has a -3 point spread against Charlotte. But let's go over Southern Illinois versus Nebraska. So Nebraska, again, they're a really talented team. Southern Illinois, they have a really senior roster. And that's why I think they're gonna take a big step back next season. But again, their experience, they know how to get the job done. I think it's gonna come down to who can perform. Can Tompkins perform? Can Jason perform? They made the semis, but they have to do something about it. And then Nebraska, they have their star. They have their star Nwanko. They're a junior. I think they're planning to come back next season, which I think is crazy. They're gonna be going off next season. I think they're gonna be easy top five competitor. Purdue, there's so many teams that could do better next season, and it's gonna be crazy. But it just depends. Can Southern Illinois they don't have as much depth compared to Nebraska, so I think that's gonna be a time to rule out. So it just depends. Can Southern Illinois just keep up with Nebraska and make the moves when Nebraska makes a mistake? That's it. Okay. Next matchup, Ball State versus Charlotte. We have seen this matchup all over. We've seen it multiple times. This is the number 1 talented team versus the number 2 talented team. This is pretty much every single year. Blaise, and then you have Don, pretty much the 2 stars on the team. Then you have Douglas too. He's planning to come back next season. He's gonna be balling out. He's gonna be one of those teams. And meanwhile for Ball State, this is one of their older rosters actually we've seen in a little bit. Rico Williams, he's coming back next season. He's only a sophomore, and he's pretty much putting the big numbers. Bonnet, he's coming back next season. And then you have Prather, senior, Poog, senior, and Millen, that's also another senior. So, also in the bench, we have quite a few more seniors too, but they don't really play too much. But, again, it's just going to have to depend. Who can make, just depends on, like, this game is going to be close no matter what. I don't even, no doubt in my mind. I bet it's gonna come down to one possession that's gonna change the entire game. When you look at the stats, you're gonna see a bunch of players doing a lot of different things. You'll be seeing a ton of depth. Maybe, especially on Ball State. I don't know how much on Charlotte, but again, just that's all it depends really. And so, anyways, I think we're gonna get our predictions in. So I think I'm gonna go Ball State to beat Charlotte to make it to the finals yet again, and with a chance to continue their dynasty, which is going on for at least a decade now. To keep winning, and they have Nebraska versus Southern Illinois. Southern Illinois. I think I'm gonna go Nebraska to win too. It's gonna be in the Ball State versus Nebraska matchup. I think we have this matchup. I need to look at this. I think we've had this matchup. I think it was back in 2015. No, it was back in 2016. Ball State won by 2 points that game. So that was their most recent matchup. Ball State, they've made it to 4 straight finals. They can make it 5 today. And that's for 2-2. So Ball State, they have a lot to go for right now, and yeah. So anyways, that's it. We'll be back. So goodbye.